All right, so let me share my screen. And so if you can see my screen, please, I would like you to indicate by typing 2 on the chat handle. You can see my screen, type 2. You can see my screen, type 2. All right, thank you very much. All right, so this is me. As you can see how handsome I am in this particular image, okay? This is that young guy who finished, from school and started looking for a job and eventually got a banking job. So you can see how fresh I was, a promising young man who just came out from the university, with BSc certificates. And then I landed myself in the bank, because we were told that if we could go to school, study very hard, and get a good grade, we would obviously get a good job. And with that job, we can live the life of our dreams because we're going to be paid handsomely. Abi? Of course. But you see, I met the first shop when I got the job, and my first salary was 60,000 naira monthly salary. And that was when I realized that, in fact, what I was told was not really what was obtainable. But you see, I was employed as a contract staff. And then I was made to understand that for me to become a full-time employee so that I can earn as much as some of my peers were earning at the time, I needed to work very hard. I needed to, pray and hope that I get converted and made a full-time employee. And so that was exactly what I did. And it happened that in 2 years later, being 2011, I eventually got a job. So I eventually was converted and made a full-time employee. Okay, and I began to receive a better salary. Okay, I began to receive a better salary. In fact, this was when I joined the bank, the both pictures. So you can see how I was. You can see me in my coat. The coat is even bigger than me. So swallowing me at the time. But this is, how it was at the time. I just had to put in the work. I had to remain dedicated. I had to pray. And eventually I was converted. And I began to receive over 150,000 naira salary at the time. As a bachelor, I felt now the sky is my limit. In fact, this is when life has started. So I decided to go and, celebrate with my friends. I also went to church. I gave Thanksgiving because I felt now life is good and life would obviously offer me much more. If I can be earning 150,000 naira at this stage of my life, who knows what I'll be earning, say, 10 years later. And so it happened that was the second shock I received. Why? Because I decided to settle down. As a young guy, I decided, oh, it's time for me to now start a family. And so I got married. And after I got married, kids began to come. Immediately kids began to come, I noticed that my income was constant, but guess what? My responsibilities kept on increasing. And I began to struggle financially. Okay? I began to struggle financially. Serious struggle, because the time came where I couldn't meet up with certain responsibilities. I resorted to borrowing for me to keep up. But then, you see, God answers prayers in so many ways. And it was at that same time when I was struggling that a friend of mine, by God's grace, is also on this call. He's our boss, the indomitable himself, right? We happened to work together in the bank. And then he recommended me to this amazing opportunity. And I came, I saw the vision, and I decided to get started. Okay. And by God's grace, that has been one of the best decisions I've ever taken, because that is what has brought me to this level today. That is the reason why I am even able to speak to you today. It was as a result of answering that call, honoring that invitation. And I came and I saw something that had the possibility, the potential of turning around my fortune for good. and I decided to do what? To get started. And by God's grace, I was selected under the Mastermind Mentorship, and my journey began. Okay? And you see, it was just that decision I needed to make, because that is what is very vital in life, the first step. I took the first step and I decided that I was going to learn the business. I decided that I was going to take my time to understand what this entails, what I needed to do to succeed. Because you see, it's a personal race, it's a personal decision. If you must change your life, it is up to you. It is not up to any man. That person that has recommended you to this business has done the best he can do for you by showing you a business that has the potential to turn around your fortune. But it is left for you to decide that I must succeed and do what is necessary for you to do or to succeed. And so that was exactly what I did. And so I was able to avail myself to training and mentorship. And that's why I'm very appreciative of those of you who have taken out time to join this call. You might not have discovered what you did to yourself or what you did for yourself today. But I bet you after tonight's training, you would understand that you made the right decision to join this particular call. And in fact, you are going to make it consistent, I believe. You will be consistent in this training so that you can begin to learn more and begin to grow more and begin to do what? To enrich your life better from today. And so this is some of the achievements that I've been able to get after saying yes to this opportunity. Yes, I became a Millionaire Circle member. I was celebrated as a Gold Executive Prime. I equally traveled out on an all-expense-paid vacation and all that. So I don't want to bore you guys with so many stories this night. But then I want you to know that my life has been so much better. So this is me. I'm a Gold Executive Prime, Club 500 member, a Global Millionaire Circle member. I've raised 3 Millionaire Circle members also in my business. I've also raised, 2 Amazon ambassadors, 7 recognized C21FG leaders, 6 global executives, 68 silver executives and counting. I'm a Zanzibar trip qualifier, and I equally have several offices under my business, okay? I have several offices under my business. So these are just some of the few achievements that I've been able to get so far, all right? And many more are still counting and coming. All right, so let's move into the training. So we're looking at Multi-Level Marketing Explained by Brian Wallace. Now, some of you might have had the opportunity to watch the video of Brian Wallace, where he explained what multi-level marketing is all about. And so I'm not going to be playing the video this evening, all right? But I'll be trying as much as possible to explain it from his perspective so that we can begin to understand the reason why we should take this business seriously. Now, Brian Wallace said that multi-level marketing is an income concept that is sweeping the world. It's an income concept that is currently sweeping the world. Why? Because multi-level marketing allows ordinary people with work. Give me a minute. All right, it allows ordinary people with work the opportunity to take back control of their finances, time, and life from employers. Some of us here are employers. Sorry, are employees, I mean to say. And you see, our life is virtually controlled by our employers. They tell us when to resume, they tell us when to close. In fact, if they want us to be in the office on weekends, we are always there. That's the reason why at times when your friends invite you for some occasions or some events, you tell them you can't make it. Why? Because you have a boss that you're answering to, and your boss controls your finances because guess what? He tells you what you are worth. It is that amount he offers to pay you that you are worth eventually. So he pays you what he tells you are worth, and you can't do anything about it. Now, multi-level marketing is an income opportunity without borders, meaning that it gives you the ability to run a business from anywhere you are in any part of the world. So it's not restricted to any environment. But the fact that you saw this opportunity in Lagos doesn't mean that you must build your business solely in Lagos. You can build this business from anywhere. You can stay in Lagos and build a business in Onitsha, in Asaba, in Ogun State, and wherever it is that you are. Now, it is a model that allows anyone from any walk of life the opportunity to create success for them and their families, provided they are willing to learn new skills. And so what this is saying in a nutshell is that for you to be able to succeed in multi-level marketing, you must be willing to learn a new skill, right? You must be willing to learn a new skill. And that is the reason why mentorship is very essential in this business. So you cannot succeed in this business without mentorship. It's not possible. So let's look at the overview of the multi-level marketing business. Excuse me. So let's look at the various ways people earn a living. Let's look at the various ways people earn a living. All right, so we're about to just lay the foundation so that we can now build on it. Now, people after going to school, right, decide to get a job. And so when you have a job, what do? You trade your time for money. Your employer controls your earnings and time. I've already explained this. And so you are trading your time and energy for money. That is what we call active income. You are making active income. So when you don't go to work, you don't make money. Now, the second way people earn a living is to become self-employed. So you can decide to go and start up your own business. Some of us here are tailors. Some of us call ourselves fashion designers, right? Hairdressers, you know, builders, and so on and so forth. We have different, even traders. Now, it also means that if you do not go to work, if you don't go and sew, if you don't go and, design, if you don't, go and build, if you're a builder, if you don't go to that your shop to open your shop to trade, to sell to your customers, money will never come. And so this is how some persons have also decided that look, this is how I want to make money. Now, you have people who now decide to own a business. Remember that when you're self-employed, you don't own a business, you own a job. You own a job, you don't own a business. Okay? Now, you can only consider yourself to own a business when you have at least a minimum of 500 employees. Now, but you see, for those people that own a business, you need to raise some capital to actually get started, huge capital, huge sums of capital to start that business. Okay? Now, it is always very costly to start. And the truth is that 60% of startups fail within the first 12 months. Now, you can decide to buy a franchise. Okay? So these are some ways that people run their businesses or decide to run businesses so that they can make income for themselves. So some persons decide, okay, I don't want to run a business. I don't want to start from the scratch to build. I want to buy a franchise, meaning an existing business. So let me buy their franchise because they're already well established so that I can leverage on their name, on their goodwill to make money for myself in my own region. And so people begin to go and buy franchise. You see places like KFC, Mr. Biggs, McDonald's, Dominion Pizza. These guys have bought franchises, okay? And that's the reason why in whichever location they come in, even where they are there newly, they begin to make sales almost immediately because these names are already well known. But you see, it is very costly to start this kind of business. It's a very good business, very good way to make money, but it is very costly. How many persons can actually afford this? For the ordinary Nigerian, you cannot afford to start up a franchise. It's not even in our dictionary. Why? Because we need so much capital. So this is out of the option for us. Now you can equally decide to earn money through investment. Okay, so when you invest in things like treasury bill, fixed deposits, and all that, it makes money back for you. Or you can invest in stocks. You know, these are all investment. But guess what? You need a huge capital to be able to make such investments so that you can be able to get back a good reward, meaning it pays you back good interest at the end of the day. You cannot invest 1 million naira and be expecting a good interest. Come on, it will never work. You need to pay, you need to invest at least from 100 million above for you to start looking at realizing something reasonable. So this is just an overview to tell us how people decide to make income for themselves. But in all these that we have reviewed so far, you will find out that the only two that can pay you back handsomely is if you decide to buy a franchise or you decide to, put in your money into an investment. But the disadvantage here is that you must have very huge capital to go in. The rest cannot offer you anything, right? It can only offer you what we call a daily bread, meaning that you are going to be going out making income that will be sustaining you and your family on a daily basis, right? But guess what? It cannot do more than that. It cannot help you achieve the kind of lifestyle that you've always dreamt of. It cannot help you do the extra, right? Do those things that you've always wished that you could do. Help other people, begin to give back to your community, begin to give back to the church, the less privileged. It can't help you achieve those goals. Now, is there an alternative? Is there an alternative? And if yes, what is this alternative? The alternative is network marketing. Now, this is an industry so powerful and yet so misunderstood by so many people. The power of network marketing is well known globally, right? But you see, majority of people still misunderstand this industry. And that is why when you show people this opportunity, they tell you, is it not this bring one, bring two business? I'm not interested. Because they are ignorant of the power of this industry. Now, what is network marketing? Network marketing, by definition according to Brian Wallace, is the 21st century method of taking a product or service from a manufacturer to the end user, cutting out the middleman. So what are some industry facts? Network marketing has been in existence for over 60 years. This industry has been in existence for over 60 years. So you're joining this business this year or last year does not mean that it's a new thing. No, it has been there. And people have actually been making so much out of this industry. There are tens of thousands of companies that are involved in the network marketing industry. Now, this is a 100 billion turnover industry. The network marketing industry does over 100 billion annually in terms of turnover. It is supported by governments around the world. So network marketing is a business that is recognized by law, meaning nobody can come and begin to question you for running network marketing. Are we following? No one can come and begin to question you because it's a legitimate business. Now, it is the industry of the 21st century, meaning that this is the easiest mode of moving products from a manufacturer to a consumer in the 21st century. So those are some industry facts. So who is involved? Who is involved? So we have people like Richard Branson, who owns Virgin Atlantic. He owns several other investments, across the globe. Very rich and wealthy man. Very sure most of us know him. We know Donald Trump, the past president of the United States. These guys own network marketing businesses that are doing so well. We know of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is also involved in network marketing. This was the one-time richest man in the world. I think today he's still within the first 8 richest people in the world. So these guys are running the network. So that's to tell you the power of this industry. And then someone out there who is not making money comes to you and tell you that network marketing is a scam, and you believe them. All right. You have people like Body Shop, you have people like Jimmy Oliver. These guys are involved in this network marketing business. So how does it work? Now you can see the charts on my screen. You're going to see that on my left-hand side, I want to believe it should be on your right, but then on my left-hand side, it shows the network marketing distribution channel. While on the right-hand side, on my right, which should be on your left probably, shows the traditional distribution channel. So you see, before now, goods used to move from the manufacturer to a national distributor to the wholesaler. Then the wholesaler will employ sales force, and this sales force will need to employ what is called advertising to be able to reach out to a lot of people at the same time, meaning let people know about the products and services. And then they would also move the products to retail outlets, and then the retailers will now sell to consumers. So you can see the lots and lots of channels that are involved in moving the products from the manufacturer to the consumer. But in a network marketing model, goods move primarily directly from the manufacturer through a distributor to the consumer. And so it cuts out all the unnecessary middlemen, thereby ensuring that the distributor is handsomely rewarded. That is the reason why we make so much money in this business. If you know what I know and you do what I do, right? Okay, so our leaders in this business are making so much money. And so what it means is if you do what they do and you know what they know, guess what? You can also make as much as they do, even more than they do. All right. Now, lots of companies and corporations are the middle, making it very costly and labor intensive to run. But guess what? The network marketing model, right? Products move directly from the manufacturer to the consumer through one pair of hands, which are the distributors. Now, this is a corporate structure. This is a corporate structure. Now, because people will meet you and tell you that, look, network marketing is a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme that only people at the top make all the money. And you listen to them. But you see, the truth is that in most industries, it is only people at the top that make most of the money. Check the banks, right? I work in a bank, so I know what I'm saying. It is only the top executive, the managing directors, the executive directors that make so much money. All right? But those that do more of the job, the foot soldiers, they make peanuts and they barely, struggle to make a living. And so in the network marketing business, it is actually the other way around. Why? Because everybody comes in at the same level, meaning at the bottom, and everybody has an equal opportunity to be at the top. All you need to do is to learn the skills, apply the skills, and then work your business because everybody has equal opportunity. The company offers the same compensation plan to everyone, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl, whether you're old or young, it doesn't matter. It offers the same products. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't say, oh, you're a boy, so you take only my choco, or you are a girl, so you're entitled to only C247. No. It offers the same training. All right? Everything is offered to everybody the same way. So it is you that makes the difference. So everybody comes in at the bottom, yes, at the same level, but we all have equal opportunity to rise to the top. So this is how the network marketing model is. So you can see it is the other way around. So everybody comes in at the bottom and everybody can rise to the top. So the question is, where do you see yourself in the next 2, 3, 4 years? Would you still be at the bottom, or would you have made yourself to the top and join those at the top? Because there is enough room for people at the top. Now, why is network marketing so powerful? It is because of leverage. All right, so I want us to go to the chat handle. If you can still hear me, go to the chat handle and type leverage. Go to the chat handle and type leverage, if you can still hear me. All right. Now, the reason why network marketing is so powerful is because of leverage. Now, let's go. All right, so I want us to just listen to this video, okay? Listen to it.
What makes network marketing so powerful? Well, its power comes from its ability to utilize leverage. Let me explain. Imagine you work for an employer. Your employer will pay your salary, your company car if you have one, your desk and possibly mobile telephone bill, the heat, the light and the space you take up, they have to pay for. And then they have to earn money over and above what you cost them, otherwise they'll go out of business. So unless your employer can earn far more money on you than you actually cost them, there is absolutely no point in employing you. So in essence, your employer is leveraging off your efforts. This is the very reason an employer gets ahead and earns large incomes. It's the very reason most employers always seem to have great lifestyles, but you'll notice that in general, employees rarely achieve this. In my working life, up until I discovered network marketing, my family always struggled to pay our bills, and there was never any spare money for family holidays and to generally have family fun. We always had too much money for the money. You see, an employer completely understands the power of leverage, and that by employing people, they get more done. So what if you could use the same method of time leverage on people that an employer uses, but without having to worry about the normal issues associated with running a conventional business? What if you had the very same opportunity that an employer has, but you don't have to employ anyone, and yet you could still create leverage, generating an excellent part or full-time income, but also enabling you to build a wealth vehicle too? Well, that is exactly what network marketing allows. Let me show you how it works. Let's say that, like most people, you have a job that brings in the money to pay the bills and keeps your family ticking over. And let's say that you decide after investigation to start work with a network marketing company. And like most people, you could carve out 7 to 10 hours a week to start building your second income stream. Your company will have a full training system in place to teach you everything you need to know to make your business work for you. Now, there are people who'll tell you that network marketing doesn't work. Let me tell you about these people. They tend to be the people who join a networking company, do nothing, never go to trainings, expect an income, leave when they don't get one, and then tell everyone that network marketing doesn't work. My promise, if you're willing to work, willing to learn, and if you're willing to give it enough time, just like any other business, network marketing works every time. When you join a network marketing company, you'll have a personal coach and mentor who work very closely with you. Now, they're your support mechanism, and their job is to help you get your business off the ground. So, Working an average of just 10 hours a week doing what we teach, your coach and mentor will help you to identify just 3 people who, like you, like what they see and decide to get involved. And let's say that these 3 people also work 10 hours a week. They're part of your team and are linked to you because you're the person who introduced them with the help of your coach and mentor. So you'll be paid on your 10 hours of productivity, and your 3 team members are paid on their 10 hours of productivity. But you'll also earn a small override for helping them get started. So immediately you started to create leverage. So in this example, you're working 10 hours yourself, but you'll actually be paid on the productivity of 40 hours. Now, back in 1996, when I stumbled across network marketing as an ex-lorry driver, I was very skeptical. In fact, I was so cynical about network marketing, I point blank refused to look at it for months. But by accident, I saw its power. And once I understood it completely, I became so excited at the possibilities for my family. I got started, I worked hard, I learnt my profession, and now have a very successful international business. That said, for this to be a fair system for everyone, if you have the opportunity to leverage off the efforts of 3 people, those 3 people should also be entitled to do the same if they so choose. And if they bring in 3 people each to their team, they will also be paid on 40 hours. However, those 9 people are still part of your team, so you would now be paid on the productivity of 130 hours. If those 9 people want to do the same, that's another 270 hours going through your business, and at this point you're not even working with these people. You see, when you join a network marketing company, you'll be taught and trained how to do the business. And once trained, you'll then teach and train your 3 people too. And then those 3 will teach and train their 9. So by this stage, you're now earning a bonus on 400 hours of productivity, and yet you yourself are only working 10. Now, this is true leverage at work without the need to employ people. And this is what employers understand and why they employ people. But employees simply trade their time for money and, as I said earlier, never really get ahead. So if what we've discussed so far has caught your attention, what should you look for in a professional networking company? Well, it should have a consumable, repeatable, affordable product.
All right. I won't believe that we understood, what he explained in that video. I want to believe that you understood what he explained. He explained to us the power of leverage. Now, a great network marketing would have repeatable products that are consumable, affordable products, and then it's going to be an everyday product, meaning that these products can be used every single day. And they're also going to have a comprehensive training and a support program. So this is how to look out for a good network marketing program and company. It's also going to have an exceptional pay structure, meaning that the pay or the compensation plan will be such that everybody is paid equally. Everybody can equally make something extraordinarily out of the business if you do it the right way. Okay? Now, it's also going to have an impressive corporate benefits package. And like we already have in our own organization, right? You can advance in rank, and as you advance in rank, there are other benefits that are attached to, those ranks that you're going to meet as you go on. Is network marketing for you? I need you to ask yourself this question. Am I truly fulfilled in my current career? Can I earn what I want in my current career? Can you earn what you want? These are some personal questions you need to ask. Will my current career allow me to retire early if I choose? What you're doing currently, if you decide, that I want to retire at the age of 40 years, I want to retire at the age of 50 years, and focus on my purpose of life, my purpose in life, those things that I've always desired, those dreams, those aspirations of mine. I want to begin to support people, to help people, to do those things. Can you actually retire? Or is it at that time you are going to be carrying your CVs every here and there? because you know that once you stop working, money stops coming. And so even when you retire, you go and dye your hair black and you'll be carrying your CVs. You go and start looking for contract jobs. For those of you who are self-employed, is it at that time you will be working harder or you'll be working the hardest? Is it at that time when you're supposed to be resting? Because you did not do what you expected to do. You did not build a system of leverage that at some point you can decide to rest and money keeps coming. Can your career allow you to retire when you choose? Does your current career give you complete time and money freedom? Do you have the time to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it? Do you have the money to do what you want to do when and how you want to do it? If you don't have, can what you're doing currently, can it actually offer you this kind of time freedom and financial freedom in the future? If the answer is no, then we need you to consider the network marketing business. We need you to do what? To begin to give this business the time that it desires and the time that it requires. Does my current career offer me an income I can will to my children? This is another question. Can you will whatever it is you do currently to your children? Okay, for those of you who are running personal businesses, are your children interested in the business you're currently doing? Or maybe if you're no longer there, the business closes, it collapses. You know, everything you've built for years just goes down the drain. Is that what you want? Okay, or can you build a system of leverage that even while you're not there, money keeps coming, not just for you, but also you can will it over to your generation, meaning that whatever it is you built will still be around for them to enjoy and benefit from. Your current job, your current business, whatever it is that you do now, does it excite you? Right? Do you feel excited? Do you feel happy? Guess what? Our business is the business of helping people, right? So if you truly have the love to help people, to support people, to raise people to become financially free, if that is what you crave for, if you are in line or inclined with the vision of this organization, then I want to believe that you're going to be excited doing this business. Because when you raise people and they become financially free, automatically you also become financially free. Now, so if your answer is no to any of these questions, then why not take time to fully investigate this industry of network marketing? Just take your time. Do your own independent research. All right. Now, so that you don't feel, oh, we are just here to bobo you. No, we're only letting you know what we've been able to learn by God's grace through our introduction into this business. And for the fact that we've done this business over several years, okay, we have the experience now, and we can equally share with you so that you can equally understand why it is that you must take this business seriously. And so even if you are doing your full-time business, remember that this business, you're actually building it for your tomorrow. This is actually that business that will offer you that dream lifestyle you want. Okay, so you need to make out time for it. Obviously, you need to drop some certain things that are not productive in your life right now. Things that are not putting money in your pocket. There are certain things that you do that are taking up your time, and that's the reason why you say you don't have time. Meanwhile, these things are not actually productive in nature. They're not putting money in any way. So you might need to sacrifice those things that you do that eat up your time for this business, because you need to give this business the time. You need to build this business that's your spare time. For those of you who are actually doing something right now, you need to build this business. Give it the time that it requires so that you can create something massive for yourself. And together, we can build magic, right? So that is it. Thank you very much. I believe that you've been able to learn something this evening. Okay.